Good morning, Kumar.
Morning. Good morning. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Quite a few are going to be absent today, it looks like. Purna is not going to be here. Mohan and Usha may be joining in a bit late. My niece Shobhu is not going to be here. Who else? I know Badri is going to leave early. Lavanya is here. Good.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lavanya. Okay, 7 o'clock. So let's start with 3 ohms. Please take a deep breath. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam patanjali pranjanilaranatosmi abahu purushakaram shankhachakrasidarinam Sahasram Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Namaste everyone. Good to have you all back. So we will plunge into what we need to do. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Okay. So here's where we left off last week in Sutra 2.5. So let's quickly recap what we covered. So in the first two sutras of this sadhana pada, we covered Kriya Yoga. Why is Patanjali Muni speaking of Kriya Yoga? Because in Sutra, the last Sutra of Samadhi Pada, he mentioned about burning away or demagnetizing all the various samskaras. So here he starts with how to burn away all these patterns, program patterns, karma, kleshas, and vasanas. So he gives a three-step process: tapas, swadhyaya, and ishvara pranidhana. So tapas is one, swadhyaya and ishvara pranidhanani. Ishvara pranidhanani is surrender. Swadhyaya is self-study, both study and practice together. And then tapas. Tapas here is the meditation part. So then he has given it in a sequence. He says tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani. So which means tapas is the number one thing in terms of the hierarchy. So tapas is what is going to cleanse us of all the impurities, the kleshas, karmas, and all that. So that's why it's top of the list, tapas. Also, we will see later on BKS Iyengar, one of the doyens of Ashtanga yoga, he has mapped tapas to the first the four aspects of Ashtanga yoga, namely yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. All those four, he says, are tapas. Okay, and swadhyaya, he maps swadhyaya to pratyahara, and ishvara pranidhanani he maps to dharana, dhyana, samadhi. See, that's what dharana is, focusing. Dhyana is where you let go of everything, and samadhi is when you connect with Ishvara. So these three are also called Bahiranga Yoga, and for that you need surrender to the divine. So, which makes sense. Pranidhana is being associated with the last three. So we will see as we go on, we will see how it applies to us. So this is what he is calling us Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga or active yoga is these three: tapas, swadhyaya, and ishvara pranidhanani.
So each one are actions, right, Kumarji? Tapas
Yes, each one is an action. Yes,
is an action. Swadhyaya. So there are three types of actions.
Yes.
So we will be explaining what is tapa and going in the following things, right?
Tapas, as we see, we saw last week. It's so tapas, tapa. That word tapa means tap. Actually, in Sanskritam, tap means heat. Heat. So that's why I brought up that example of Sant Jnaneshwar. I also sent a video. I don't know if you watched it. How in the movie they are showing how when he does the meditation, the back part of the back part is getting heated up. So I mean, for the sake of the movie, they have made it into a red color and all that. It's not like that. It is a mild heat, which is enough to burn out all these patterns. That's what is needed. So these tapas can be tapas is not just meditation, like what BKS Iyengar says. It can be yama, niyama, asana, and pranayama. All four of them can also be called as tapas, because all four, they also do the same thing of burning away the program patterns. So when you're doing asana, don't think it is you're just doing some posture to bend your knees or bend your arm. It is actually to burn off all the program patterns. So internally it is doing that. Same thing with pranayama. Same thing with yama and niyama. We will see what yama and niyama. These are the yama and niyama. You must think of it as schedules, things that you have to do on a daily basis.
So all four is a tapas you have to do, or you do one is tapas, all four you have together for tapas.
All four are tapas.
So you have to do all four to burning.
You have to do tapas, you have to do swadhyaya, you have to Ishvara pranidhana. All three steps. And in tapas, there are four aspects of tapas.
This is very difficult, Kumarji. This is sutra
Why
is
is it
difficult.
difficult? You have 24 hours a day, you are calling this. Nobody is asking you to do this 24 hours a day.
Okay, we'll move on to the next.
Right? No one is asking you to do 24 hours a day. Your maximum will allocate maybe an hour and a half or 2 at the most. And as you go forward in this, some of this you don't even have to spend that much time, because you will be spending time with people, trying to educate them. And along with them, you will be doing it.
Kumarji, I had a question actually. I
Yes.
read somewhere tapas is also something that if in the time of crisis, maybe like, tapas can be done probably when you're healthy, but when you're not healthy and then you're undergoing some kind of crisis in your life, accepting the karma and going through it and, being there and passing through that crisis is one of the kind of tapas. I don't know if it is a correct statement, but I would want to verify with you if that is also can be, termed as tapas.
Yes, it is. It can be termed as tapas when you accept. Let us say there's a deep crisis, an unhappy. I mean, when you say crisis, it is an unhappy event. Without reacting, that is tapas. Oh my God, how can I face this? Oh, my mother is sick. How can I handle? That is not tapas. Tapas is when you accept things. Yeah, you will do certain actions. That's a different thing. Yeah, you will take the person to the hospital. You will take the person to the doctor, give treatment. But the chitta vritti prevents you from making it into a tapas. So going through the crisis, yes, it is a tapas. But how you go through the crisis is important. Only then it becomes tapas. You understand, Ashwini?
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
So tapas means in a crisis, when we want to treat tapas, crisis as a tapas, then you do it without reacting. That's the most important part. In all aspects of life, without reaction. The reaction is one which brings us karma. If you let things happen as they are, no problem. Both positive karma and negative karma, we don't accrue any of that. The reactivity comes from the chitta vrittis, and the chitta vrittis come from the kleshas. So it's that string. Okay. So all these three together we are calling as Kriya Yoga. And then in the next sutra is explaining why do we do Kriya Yoga? What is the intention of Kriya Yoga? He says the intention of Kriya Yoga is to attain Samadhi. And with the understanding, this body is to be used as a the body with full of klesha is to be used as an instrument and clear it out of all these kleshas to attain samadhi, to connect with the divine. That is, these two, actually second sutra is telling you, 1 and 2 together are telling us the purpose of life. If you don't do this, you're wasted your lifetime. Getting educated, getting married, begetting children, raising them, being in a job, earning certain thousands of dollars or whatever. Those are all things that should help you in this purpose of life. I'm not saying those are all not necessary, but the ultimate goal is this. Then from here, because we spoke about the kleshas in the body, the impurities in the body. So starting in Sutra 2.3, he speaks about the various kleshas, the 5 types of kleshas: avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. These are the 5 types of kleshas. We know avidya means the lack of correct perspective of life, imperfect perception of life. Asmita is the self-sense of an observer. Raga, desire or attachments. Dvesha is hatred or aversion. And abhinivesha is the I am the doer, the self-sense of doing things. So these are all the things that we saw, the 5 kleshas, and then as always, he is explaining each klesha one by one. So the first one is avidya, which is on the top of the pile. We also saw here he says the field of incorrect perspective, avidya, and what is it? Kshetram, the domain of avidya he talks about, and it is hierarchically at the top, sustaining the other kleshas, and the other 4 kleshas, whether they are dormant, weak, or broken up, or fully active, they are all supported by avidya. So once avidya goes, the other 4 also fall off. So it is very easy. Once you get the right perspective of life, that's why I keep telling, you must have the right perspective of life. You must know what life is. Example for right now, tapa. If you have a crisis in life, that becomes a tapas. When? When you have the right perspective. The right perspective, it is go through that without complaining. Not externally alone, internally. That is the most important thing. Internally accepting it as you go forward. That becomes tapas.
Then we can say that God has doing for me. That's what we saying, that it is not in my hand. I know it's a karma, but we say that it's God's doing this thing, crisis.
Which is incorrect.
Incorrect. Hmm.
Right? It is not God who is doing that. It is our bloody karma.
No, but I would always say that, yeah, it is destined for me because of my karma. I'm doing this thing.
Yeah, it is because of our karma we are
Karma.
going through this difficult period, correct?
No, but we accept it because I'm not doing because of my karma is doing. So I'm not. Crisis is done, but it is not in my hand because it is because of my karma. That's what we think. We are saying at the time
Correct.
when you're in crisis.
See, when you are in a crisis and you don't have any control over that, you cannot prevent it from happening, correct?
Right.
So what is the right perspective is to go through that without complaining. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but
With
every time we think it is not, it is already destined. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. It happened because of my karma, so let it go.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
what, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It is happening because of karma. I am not doing it. It is happening because of karma.
Yeah.
But how I perceive it, how I go through it is dependent on me. Two people may have the same type of crisis,
Mm.
but how they accept it is different.
Mm.
I may
Whether
accept it fully. I may accept it fully. And my neighbor may not accept it at all. Constantly, they may be complaining.
So, Kumarji, whether complaining or not complaining, we have to go through that one, whatever the crisis is.
No, you're not understanding that. Whatever you go, if you complain and you go through that, then then it is not tapas. Then you are accumulating more
Yes,
karma.
that's what it is written here. That's what you are telling. But
Yes.
what I'm saying is,
Uh,
a common people like me, when there is a crisis, we tend to complain because we are not born with this kind of knowledge. We are not brought up with this kind of knowledge.
that is
So
why it is coming to you now.
no, everyone I'm talking. Okay, it's coming. Whether I'm practicing or not in my hands. For everyone who is not
Forget
aware
about
of the.
everyone, Priya.
Hmm?
Forget about everyone. Forget about others.
Okay,
Yes.
complaining or not complaining,
Mm.
we are
Is
going
your
through the
choice.
crisis.
Is your choice. Complaining or not complaining is your choice. When will you not complain? When you have the vidya, when you have that understanding that this is coming from
The
my,
crisis of pain is the same. Whether you accept it or not, the crisis of the pain is the same.
you are not understanding what I'm saying. The pain is there, but the suffering need not be there. If you have avidya, you will suffer. And that is why you complain. You or I, we complain because of avidya. When the avidya is removed, the situation, the pain will still come. The incidents are still going to happen, but you won't complain.
They will tell, right, when you are having so much of crisis,
It
in
doesn't
Tamil,
matter. It
கொஞ்சம்
doesn't
தள்ளுபடி
matter.
பண்ண, in Tamil they will say, right, ஒரு தள்ளுபடியாட்டம் they will go, it won't happen. Okay, it's undergoing. Due to that, she is having the complaint. Okay, that's okay. Like that, it won't be, the algorithm will not work. This is too much, Kumarji.
What is too much?
Can I interrupt just for a minute, please? Priya, I think like the patterns repeat until you learn any lesson that is intended to be taught to you. If you don't learn that lesson, if you don't accept it or go through it, the patterns, if you have observed in your life, it keeps repeating until you learn that lesson. So it's up to individual to learn it, accept it, and go with the next lesson, or just keep repeating in the vicious loop until you find a way out, right? I mean, I know, I get what you're saying, that either path you take it, you accept or you don't accept it, you have to come out of it eventually. That's right, right?
I mean, we will come out. Eventually, we will come out, whether
But the
complaining or
patterns
not.
keep repeating until you've learned the lesson, accept it, acknowledge it, is what I think so. I don't know. Kumarji has to verify.
Yes. I mean, everything in life, especially the hard things, come to us to learn. And if you don't learn, it will come again. It may not be in the same way. It will come in a different way.
Yeah, different ways.
Yes. Acceptance. If you don't learn acceptance of karma, it is going to come. Keep on coming. It will be. Whether whether with lesser suffering or more suffering, that the degree of suffering will be different. That's all. I told you, 2019, I had this problem with the loved one. As of today, the problem has not resolved. Problem is not resolved from the other person's point of view. From my point of view, the problem resolved in 2020. Finished, over. It is burnt out. The incident happened and it is still continuing. The pain part is still continuing, but I am not undergoing that pain. And there is no suffering for me because I accepted the crisis. I accepted the crisis and I am going through it without complaining. As of today, I'm undergoing it. I'm going through it. And maybe for the rest of my life, I might undergo it. But when there is no suffering, how does it matter whether it exists or not? It is something like this, Priya. Very, very hot. And you are inside an air conditioned room. How does it matter outside whether it is 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 110 degrees Fahrenheit? Does it matter?
No, that doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. Same thing.
Oh, that example is a very good one. The example is a very nice one, but the real situation is not. Okay.
Hmm? That is
Okay.
why this teaching is being given.
Okay, Kumarji. I
You
don't
should
want to
not
waste the
think
time.
that
Yeah, I
this.
understand that. I don't want to waste the time here. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, you have to understand. That's what I'm saying. You have to understand. There is no point without understanding going forward. You must understand.
Sir, I have the same similar question.
Yes.
So, this is Lavanya.
Mm.
The thing is like how others are saying, right? So, we accept as this is our like some of the crises are irreversible. Some can be fixed. Okay, you do a mistake or there is a misunderstanding, as you said, those can be cleared eventually, or some can be cured, but some are irreversible, right? Some crises are done over and you are facing that, so you accept as what, this is my karma, or you accept as this is destined to happen, so this is what I am given by God, or what should I anyone accept and go
God has
forward?
Lavanya, God has nothing to do with karma.
Yes,
Please
yes.
understand this. Any
Mm.
difficulty that comes in life is coming because of karma. This, what is karma? Karma is what we did in our previous lives.
Then what is that concept? Everyone says whatever you are destined to, that will happen, and whatever is worth it for you, that will happen.
What
In
is
Gita
destined?
also they say, right?
Yes, what is destined will happen is what whatever is dictated by karma is going to happen. That's what it means. What
Everything is
is
written by
dictated?
God. That is what they say, right?
Hmm? What is that?
Everything is in Gita or anything. Like if they say everything is written by God, everything happens for a reason. Everything is already decided. That's the concept we are being teaching from the childhood, right? Oh, this is there in your life, this is already written in your life.
See, the written in life is what? It is
Karma.
written
The-
in life because,
how,
see,
when the
right
karma
now,
has not even started, even from the childhood, say if you want to get married, typically they say, oh, yeah, you will get a good husband or you will get a good wife. Oh yeah, if it is written in your life, you will definitely get a good husband, for example.
correct.
What is written? I have not started any
That,
good or bad karmas, right?
yeah,
What
yeah,
is written? And
yeah. What is
that's
written
my
is
confusion.
everything is written in your karma. Why are you born here? Because of
Mhm.
prarabdha karma. Karma, part of karma fruition. And that fruitioning of that karma is called prarabdha karma. That prarabdha karma
Yeah.
is what we are
Hmm.
undergoing now. So as part of that, whatever you have to undergo, if you have to get education, you will get education. If you are not going to, if it is the karma is such that you will not get educated, you will not get educated.
But then in this janam, you are already doing, say, good karma. For example, everyone does bad also. I'm just saying, say, you think that you have done appropriate to this society, you are correctly doing everything. You are not doing any bad things to anyone. So, wouldn't your mind think that, hey, if, if you do good, if whatever you sow, you reap, right? That's what is also being told us from the childhood. You are doing good karma, you will think, oh, my life would be good. But suddenly, if the life is not good, how do you accept that?
See, this is whatever we are undergoing now is
Mm-hmm.
what we did in the past, in the Purva Janma. So if we
Mm-hmm.
are doing something good now,
Yeah.
we may reap the benefits in the next karma, in the next birth. That is number one. Number two, Our idea is not to accumulate karma, good or bad. We don't want to accumulate any karma. That is the next one. That is even more difficult for you to understand right now,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Our idea is to eliminate all kinds of karma, good or bad. We don't want to come back.
Correct. Correct.
So
Yeah, I
why are
agree.
you worried about doing good or bad? We don't want any
But
karma. So we should not be doing either good with that intention that it will bring me good karma. I should not be doing anything. That's all I'm saying. That is the reaction part. If I'm teaching a class on Patanjali Yoga Sutra and every day at the end of the class I pat my back saying that, oh Kumar, you have done a wonderful job. You have given to the community. You have 1.5 hours you have given, or 2 hours you have given to the community. If I keep telling myself that, that is how I accumulate good karma. I don't want that either. Because then I have to do tapas to burn it off. Because I don't want to be born back. I don't want to have a rebirth.
that uh, then again, then that means we are contradicting the other concept that, every soul has a rebirth. The
That's what.
right? We are
No, no, no,
contradicting
no,
that
we are
fact.
not. Only if you have karma, you will have rebirth. If you zeroize
Um,
karma, there is no rebirth.
I don't know, Kumar. I'm confused. Maybe I'll talk later. But my question is, I don't want to mix this and the other thing. But my question is in Bhagavad Gita, exactly chapter 2:7, he says that if every soul takes a rebirth, right? And there are 84 lakhs of forms of. So you don't know what you are born as next janam. So whatever we are doing now, good or bad, I know I don't have to accumulate either of them. But if the next life or soul has to transform, so I'm not understanding how it will end.
Only, that is what. See, only if you accumulate karma, you will have rebirth. If you burn off all your, the tapas that we have talked about in the previous sutra is to burn off all that. To
Yeah,
burn
yeah,
off all
burning
your
off, yes,
karma.
yeah.
At the time of your last birth, if you don't have any karma, how will you be reborn? Tell me.
Yeah, if we don't want to reborn, that is correct.
Correct. So
Um,
if you don't want to be reborn, then you have to burn off all your karmas through tapas, swadhyaya, and Ishvara pranidhanani.
yes,
Uh,
but some lives won't give time to do it because some lives
why?
might end in
Why it
between
won't
itself.
give? Because of our
People,
laziness, it won't happen. Because of
no,
our
sir, people don't have this jnana. See,
forget about
for
other
example,
people. Forget about other people.
myself also, if
Only
I
you. Only
yeah, if I
you.
don't get this, suppose if we are not getting taught this one, say I have
Forget about
crisis.
that. You are getting it now, correct? Are you getting
Yeah,
it or not? So
yeah.
focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that. You are getting this knowledge. Oh, why is this knowledge coming to you? Because of your Purva Janma karma that you have to get this, it is coming to you. So be
Mm-hmm.
grateful to that and take it in
Okay.
fully, absorb it, and try to get rid of all your karma.
Okay.
So when you have like crisis or something, or sometimes I'm talking about this other subject. People going to astrologist and say what's going on? Why I'm doing this? Say because your bad time is going on because of planetary conditions. So if you pass that period, you life will better. That's what the big astrologist says. So I don't know how this thing is. We
What is
understand.
bad time? Bad time is when you have a crisis, it is a bad time. Is that a bad time for somebody else next door? No, right? If they are earning, if they are getting a lot of money, then it is not about they are enjoying life. It is not a bad time for them.
I know, but that's why I'm saying
So,
that
so if
that
you
time
look at it deeply, you
that
will
time
see
depends upon the planetary conditions of your Janma Kundi or something.
all that is fine, Surajji. Think about it logically. There are planetary conditions. All that is fine. All I'm saying is all that is working in conjunction with your karma.
Mm-hmm.
Your karma dictates all this planet. Why were you born at a particular time? That is what is the planetary conjunction, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that correct time you were born? That is because of karma.
I see. Okay.
So the moola reason, the primary reason is your karma. Okay, let's go forward. So
Kumarji,
there's
only
a lot
one
of
last
doubts.
question.
I understand this. There's a lot of doubts. So unless you absorb what I'm saying, you are not going to get this. If you are
One
going to
last question,
fight,
can I ask?
if you are going to fight what I'm saying, you are not going to get it.
It's not fighting, Kumarji. It is to understand only I'm asking.
No,
I'm not
I'm
sure about.
saying fighting also happens if you fight based on what you have. That is why I keep saying, whether it is Bhagavad Gita, whether it is Mahabharata, whatever it is, keep all those things away. Focus on what is being said
Okay,
here.
but
This is
here
for
itself I
Lavanya
have a
I'm saying.
problem. Here itself I have understanding problem. I'm asking because I do not know. In order to make myself to understand, I'm asking questions. I'm not fighting or arguing.
No. It is fine to ask questions. I'm saying if we fight the teachings, I'm saying, not fighting with me. With me, it is fine. If we fight what is fighting the teaching? We resist, saying, oh, it is said like that in something else. This is why I keep saying, leave all those things out. Whatever you have studied out for 1 year until you go through the entire thing. And then you decide for yourself what you want or what you don't want.
Kumarji, one last question may I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the example you told, right? When I'm teaching Patanjali Yoga Sutra, if I pat myself, and at the end of the day, okay, that is a good karma. If you think like, oh, I'm doing good things, that's a good
Yes,
karma.
yes.
So this situation,
Mm.
do you think is as same as when a person in crisis thinking, oh my God, why this is happening to me? Why I have in so much of trouble? All these things that they think or talk during the time of crisis, which adds bad karma or some other karma they are
It
adding.
will act as bad karma. It will come back as bad karma.
So these two situations are same. You are telling it's good karma.
Identical.
Oh,
Yes,
oh.
yes.
Hmm.
Patting yourself on your back and feeling very elated when people tell you, oh, Kumar, you have done a wonderful class today. All those things are good karma. You accumulate good karma that way.
Yeah, that part I understood. I'm asking the situation.
Yes.
Situation of having this thought and having this thought when I am in sick, because I feel the when the person is in crisis, sick, or the thing, or can be understandable. The other one we can manage. Okay, I don't want this karma. Oh no, I'm not doing anything. That one is easy to manage. The first one. So I'm in order to make me to understand both the
It is
situations are
not
same.
easy. It is not easy, Priya, when you are doing good things, as the society says. It is not easy not to pat yourself on the back. It is not easy at all. Don't think it is easy. It is equally difficult.
Okay, however, I practiced in such a way like, okay, that is not even coming to me. So should I have to practice in the same way for the crisis also? This bloody thing is also same like that equally.
Yes, both are identical. Both are identical.
Okay, got
Both
it.
are identical.
Got it.
Both, finally, they provide some, it finally comes down to how you react to situations. So that's why we are saying accept it, don't react. Accept karma. If I am teaching this class, accept it. This is an opportunity given to me by the divine. I am a tool. I am sitting here and giving some explanation on sutras. That is it. That's all. It ends there. That's the same thing when there is a difficult situation. Instead of constantly thinking, oh, why am I undergoing this? And because of that, anger comes in me or jealousy comes in me. So those are the ones which bring bad karma to me. Okay. Then he explains about avidya. What is avidya? He says avidya is when impermanent things we think of as permanent. That is, we think, oh, we are going to live forever, or we are going to be beautiful forever, or handsome forever. or I'm going to have a head full of hair forever. These are, I'm just giving as an example. Impermanent things. Everything is impermanent in this world. Nothing is permanent. But we think all these things. My parents are going to live. My parents are going to live forever. My siblings are going to live for these kinds of things. When that which is impermanent, impure, miserable, and not core to the person, not my own value, is thought to be permanent, thought to be pure. All impure things, when you think as pure, attachment. You have attachment, that e-shell that I call, that you think as very pure. Love, you call it as love. That is not love. That is attachment. Joyful. When you think miserable things as joyful. And when you do things which you should not be doing, you do, which is not in the core of you, but you still do it for the sake of survival reasons. Those kinds of things. It is avidya, or lack of correct perspective of life. So this correct perspective of life, when it is not existing, we call it as avidya. So when we get the correct perspective of life, that's when we say the vidya has come in. So the vidya is going, as the vidya increases and as the avidya falls off, vidya increases. As vidya increases, then other four kleshas are also going to fall off, because they are all supported by this avidya. So that's where we left off last week. So let's start with Sutra number 6. Drig Darshana Shaktiyoho Ekatmata Eva Asmita. So now he is explaining what is this Asmita. That is the self-identity or the self-sense as an observer. So I spoke briefly about this last week when I said in Vedanta, we say manas, buddhi, and ahankara. 3 things. Those 3 are split into 5 by Patanjali Muni. Manas. The manas is what is raga and dvesha. The 2, raga and dvesha, likes and dislikes, likes and hatred. That's what is manas. That's what manas does. And then the ahankara. Ahankara part, it actually consists of 2. One is asmita, the other is abnivesha. We have not seen abnivesha yet. So this is the ahankara part. So buddhi, the opposite part of buddhi is avidya. That's what he explained about. So as avidya decreases, buddhi increases. So buddhi, manas, buddhi, and ahankara. The 3 of Vedanta is split into 5 here. So right here, we are seeing the ahankara part, the self-sense of a person is what we are seeing. So self-sense of an observer. So he says here, drig, the one seeing, I am the one who is saying, darshana, the process of seeing, or the sight, shakti yoho, the energies or powers. So drig, darshana, shakti yoho, all 3 put together means the energies of the one who sees and the process of seeing, ekatmata, becoming one, when it becomes one. What is becoming one? The energies of the person who is seeing and what is being seen, what is being observed, they all become one. Eva, as if, Eva means as if or like. So ekatmata eva means self-identity, or as if one, is asmita. So asmita, or self-sense of an observer, is, that's what he says, when one is seeing, when that which one is seeing, the energies that is used in the seeing and the observer, they are all becoming one, is the self-sense. So if we read the summary Forget about what is in the bracket. Just see the other words. Asmita is self-identity of the energies of the observer and the process of observation. Asmita is self-identity of the energies of the observer and the process of observation. So we normally, tie it up with that Mundaka Upanishad example of the observing bird or the watching bird or the sakshi. That's what we say. That is Asmita. With me? So this Asmita, only if you have this Asmita, you can have the experience of the world. So it is necessary. But because Asmita, because of the self sense, because of this experience, because of our kleshas, what happens when we see something? Immediately the mind will intervene and it will classify it as good and bad. That is how it prevents you from having an experience. See, when we say we go through a crisis, we say bad karma. When we go through a crisis, because it is difficult. But actually, it is an experience. It is an experience for learning. It is an experience to learn. So it is only an experience. Both being happy and being going through a difficult period are both experiences. But one we say is good because the manas says this is nice, I will take it. The manas says this is bad, I won't take it. So those kinds of chitta vrittis are then developed. That is why the asmita itself is part of the kleshas, because finally it is going to develop some kind of chitta vrittis.
The goal, Kumarji, should
Yeah.
we always be an observer and not become one with the person who is experiencing it? Like, as per, like, you should always be the watching bird, observing bird.
Always.
Okay.
Everybody has to go through their own karma.
Mm.
Empathizing, you put yourself in the other person's shoes.
Okay.
You put yourself in the other person's shoes, but don't become that person. That happens only because of attachment. If today my grandson has fever and I get a call that he's having fever, then immediately I also get fever. Meaning, uh, physically I may not have fever, but immediately I start suffering. Oh, my son, grandson, he was so nice yesterday evening. What happened to him this morning? Blah, 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 blah. That comes from attachment. That is not love. That is not putting yourself in other person's shoes, but becoming that. You don't want to do that.
Putting in that person, other person's shoes means how to think. Okay, you got the fever.
He's
You
undergoing
put
some difficulty. So see that difficulty that they are undergoing. That is
undergoing.
all. You
Yeah.
don't become that.
Yep.
You don't take up all those difficulties on your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. Okay.
If you can do something about it, help them. So if they call me, I should go. If I can, I'll go. If they say, oh, on Saturday you have to come at 7 in the morning, I'll tell them, no, I cannot because I have a class. But I will not be constantly thinking, saying, oh, I refuse to, maybe I should have gone. Maybe, I should have canceled the class. Those kinds of things come from attachment.
Sir, then one question,
Yes.
Lavanya, right? You said that this simple example, right? They say, "Hey, Kumar, my son is sick, our daughter is sick, and can you come at 7 a.m.?" You said that no, I cannot come.
Yes.
I have a class.
Yes.
What takes the priority there, right? See, doesn't matter, say it's, if your daughter's son, son's son, maybe friend's son, whoever it is, somebody needs you at a higher level of cost, right? Class can be done another day, for example, right? Because this is not the priority when you compare with that severity of the other person's need. How do we judge?
So that's what I'm saying. That all this, you have to have avidya. If you have avidya, you cannot make a proper decision. Only when you have
Yeah, so
only when your things are very clear to you, you can do it. Otherwise, you cannot. You cannot.
so then correct.
Everything,
Avidya,
everything. See, my grandson means he has parents, correct? Is it not?
yeah.
I have done my part. I did it. I did my part for my children. So I will take care of my grandson
Mm-hmm.
when my stated things in this day, there are schedules for me. I have to do this, I have to do that, etc. Are there? Each one has a priority. I have to talk to some clients of mine, domestic violence survivors, so who are also waiting to speak to me. I have those things to be done, and I cannot be running for the sake of my. That is the responsibility of my son and daughter-in-law. When I am
Okay,
free,
so
when I
okay,
am
got it.
free, yes, certainly I will do. Yes.
So you are saying they have a backup, but they just want to probably take your
Supposing my
help.
daughter-in-law is also sick, my son is also sick,
That's okay.
or
Then you
both
would
of them,
prioritize.
then yes, if there is nobody to take care, yeah.
Then we
Okay,
won't
so
even go to that place due to sickness.
Huh?
Then we won't even go to enter their house because of their sickness.
Yeah. Let us say yeah, they are not in the same house, whatever. I mean, you
but
can
I
go on
got it.
stretching this, and then in that case, they can get somebody else to look after. I mean, I am not the only one, right? There are other friends, relatives, so they can get somebody to take care of it too.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Okay, I understood.
yeah. So moving on to any questions on this. So you must see Asmita. Asmita, I gave this example. So you need Asmita until as long as you are in this body, you will have Asmita because you are constantly experiencing things. But at some point of time, when you are fully connected, it is like a ladder. Once you are on the roof and you don't want to come down, you can kick off the ladder. So think of Asmita as a ladder to get up. Uh, then he is talking about raga, the next klesha, sukha anushayi raga. So he says sukha anushayi raga. Sukha means that which feels good, that brings joy or pleasure. Anushayi means that which follows from that. Sukha anushayi means that which follows from joy or pleasure. That sensation, that pleasurable sensation or joyful sensation is raga. Raga means it has come from a pleasurable sensation. So that's what he's saying. That which follows from joy or pleasure sensation is raga or desire. So you see something, you eat one sweet, it is very pleasurable. So then the desire kicks in. You want another, you want to eat one more piece of the same thing. And you eat the second one, you want to eat one more. This we see in life all the time, right? So raga or desire, both are identical.
So that example which you told is a simple one. Sweet. That won't add karma, right?
Huh?
The example you told is a simple one. Sweets okay, it is good. I'm taking one more one. Okay,
Yes,
it's nice. That's not adding karma. It's just you are telling a small simple example.
yes. So if I beat somebody and I feel and they submit to whatever I'm saying, or I speak very harsh to somebody, and only when after I spoken very harshly, they will do whatever they have done what I am doing. Then they do what I ask them to do. Then if I start doing this every time, I'm going to accumulate karma, bad karma. Correct?
Okay. for the good karma and bad karma, you are telling an example now. So you
Yeah,
already
although
talked about sweet. Now
yeah,
you are talking
although
about the bad one. Okay.
yeah, although the raga, because although it is
Pleasure.
giving me pleasure, but
Yeah.
but it is causing injury to somebody else, right?
Kumarji, like I have one question. Like you said, saying it in a horse. Can I like? Am I interrupting someone? Ask.
No, not at all. Why?
Okay. I don't know. Like you said like I say it in a harsh way, and it
Mm,
is kind of accumulating the karma. So
mm,
teachers and parents sometimes
mm.
have to say something in a harsh way for the student or the children to learn.
Yes.
So is that I'm accumulating karma at that time?
See, it all depends on the person who is speaking. Supposing I am saying something very harsh, okay? Then after I have said that, then I go and ponder and say, oh, I shouldn't have said this. I should have done that. I should have spoken sweetly. I should have sugar coating. I should have done blah blah blah. That's when I accumulate bad karma.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. 2.8 is dukha anushayi dveshaha. Dveshaha.
Kumarji, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize for joining late. First, okay.
Huh.
Secondly, regarding that teacher and parent,
Yeah.
whether if they are harsh towards the children,
Mm,
whether is it bad karma? I
mm.
think it also comes from the intent. Suppose I'm harsh as a parent or as a teacher, but my intent is that the student learn from it or the child learns or lets go of a bad behavior or learns a good behavior. I think then that is not bad karma on my part.
That's why I said it depends on how you think about it.
Mm.
The
Okay.
teacher, I have said, if I go back home and then I ponder, oh, I shouldn't have probably been that harsh to the child. I should have sugar coated, blah blah blah. Then I'm going to be accumulating bad karma.
Oh, okay.
What we
I
did is
thought,
bad. At that point of time, we don't know. So we harshly treated. After some
No,
time,
no, no,
we
no, no.
realize.
It is not like that, Priya. Many times when we say itself, we know. When the teacher takes a stick and when I was growing up in school, the teacher will beat with a cane. Do you think they didn't know that they were causing pain? Actually, one teacher I had, he was a Tamil teacher. So he will wear white and white. He will come in whites every day. And then he will speak only in Tamil. Even when he takes attendance, we have to say Ullen Ayya. That is, I am. We cannot say it in English. We cannot say I am present. We have to say it in Tamil. No English word. All that is fine. But if there is something that he asks the questions and you give a wrong answer and things like
Yeah.
that, which probably has explained a few times, and still you give a wrong answer, then he will call next. He will call next to himself, and then he will ask you to. He will pinch in the forearm, very close, where the under the arm, in the forearm, here the shoulder, where the skin is very tender and very sensitive, and you will start pinching, and you will hold only a little bit, and then as he pinches, normally the student would say, it is hurting, right? So he will say, and then he will say, oh, is it that sweet? He will say, because when it is sweet, we do that same thing, you know? We do that action of we'll do that. So he was a sadist,
That's cruelty.
cruel. And after he pinches, Next day, when you look at that place at the bottom, it'll all be blue, black and blue. You would have pinched so hard. Do you think he did not know that he was hurting the student? When the student is saying it is hurting me, he would say, oh, you're doing that. Oh, it must be very sweet. I'll give you some more. So he knew that he was hurting the student, and he would do this at least to a couple of students, almost every class or every other class or whatever. But the point is, he knew that he was hurting the student.
But if in a situation on every day when he is doing like this and things, he is correcting the student and he is not thinking in a way, okay, I'm not doing any bad thing, I'm correcting the student, a bad karma will be accumulated or no, zero.
See, there are certain things when you hurt others physically, whether you think it is great or good, you are going to get bad karma. Your conscience will tell. Your conscience will clearly tell you, don't do that. Like how I say, when you go 1 mile over the speed limit, your conscience will tell. But you will say, oh, that's okay. I'm not going to get caught. It's something like that.
When the teachers or parents or somebody hard to children or student, then the reaction from the student or the children is hatredness. They hate they building bad karma.
Yeah. The student also gets bad karma because they hate them. Dvesha.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Namaste, Kumarji.
Yes.
Now, I think listening to all this, I think you should have a very healthy, sound mind and good health to decide what is good and bad, what karma is good, what karma is bad, how to cancel that. You should have a good health. You should have good health and good mind. If you don't have mind or if you don't have good health, you are exhausted, you don't do anything, you don't think, you are getting what I mean to say. What I'm trying to say, you should
See,
these all things
we have to
happen,
we have to
like
we
Priya
have to look.
said or Lavanya said. Lavanya also asked you a very good question, then you answered, like, the prioritization, that's all good. But the person who is going through bad times, only when he or she, I mean, take me, I'll not take anyone else's example because you don't like it. But मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ कि अगर आपका मतलब if your mind is strong, sound, only then you can ponder on that, think about it, cry, or be happy, whatever the reason, however the reason is. You have those emotions, you can have those emotions only when your mind and body is healthy. That's what I mean, I
So now
experienced.
we have to go back and see, why is my body not healthy? The body is not, it has become unhealthy not because it aged. Aging is one reason, yes. Some wear and tear in the body will be there. But the
No,
body
at
did
a young
not
age, yeah.
yeah,
What if a
so
person falls?
so you have
What
to
if a person?
if we go back and if we evaluate and see, then we'll find that for every physical ailment, the body becomes weak, the body becomes tired, etc., is because of the software. What is the software?
Body.
The
Huh?
chittas.
Rajeshri, what
The
is the
mind.
software in us?
Mind.
Chittas, yeah.
Chitta.
The
Chitta,
yeah,
your chitta is unique. Each chitta is unique, correct?
yeah,
And the chitta is made up of klesha, karma, vasana, and all that.
yes.
So this samskara is the one which is running us. And this samskara is what, when it is running us, meaning these vibrations are existing in the body, and when the vibrations are not right, when it is not right vibrations, what are the bad vibrations? Anger, jealousy, all that I'm saying. When the vibrations are not right, obviously it is going to affect the physical body. So from a very young age, if we have not taken care of our chitta, obviously the body is going to suffer. The physical body is going to suffer.
I'm sorry, Kumarji. I don't know. I couldn't listen anything at all. There was no sound. There was no
Are
sound.
you able to hear me
No,
now?
yes, now I'm able to. I'm sorry, I missed a very important thing, I think, because you were
See,
telling
what I'm
me.
saying is the software, the chitta, consists of all this karma, klesha, vasana, all that, the samskaras.
Yes,
And that is what is causing us difficulties, because it gives us
yes,
the chitta vrittis, and because of that, all our the anger, jealousy, greed, all those things come. All these various things are emanating from there, and we react. And this is constantly happening. And this is when this is constantly happening, the physical body is taking a beating.
yes.
So
It has. I mean,
which is causing the body to become tired and weak and unhealthy? What's causing it?
the chitta,
Huh?
the reactions,
The chitta, the software, right?
the chitta. Yes,
The software.
yes,
So if my body has to be healthy, should should I not fix the chitta?
yes.
So that is what we are doing now. That is what
Now,
Patanjali
at the
Muni is
same
saying
time,
here.
relatively, I'm getting old also.
That is okay. That is fine. But still you can get it done. You're not
Okay.
going to become a 15-year-old. That is not the intent. That is not the
No,
intent
no,
for
no.
anybody. Anyway, there will be a wear and tear. Irrespective of whether your chitta has been in great situation right from a very young age, still your body is going to have wear and tear. It is going to only last for so many years. But whether it is going to exist with vyadi or not is going to be decided by the chitta. Whether it is going to exist with diseases or not is going to be decided by the chitta. We saw a sutra, Sutra 130, where he says, so Patanjali Muni says in Sutra 130, he says, why we are not able to do Bhakti Yoga, we are not able to do Karma Yoga, we are not able to do Dhyana Yoga, we are not able to. Why are we like this? Then he says, Vyadi, Sthana, Samshaya, Pramada, Alasya, Avirati, Bhranti Darshana, Bhranti Darshana,
Uh,
Alabdha Bhumikatva, Anavastitatvani, Chitta Vikshepasthe,
an
Antaradaha. That's what he says.
Antarya.
Okay. So he says we have Vyadi, some kind of disease we have. Sthana, we have inertia. I'm not saying for everybody, whoever has that. Sthana is inertia. Samshaya, doubts. So many doubts in this class, right? Those kinds of doubts on life. This is good because we are trying to get this out. But if you live life with all these doubts, it is not good for you. Samshaya, pramada, carelessness of life, carelessness. If I say, oh, I don't understand this, out of 196 sutras, I have not understood half a line or one line. No, it's not okay. That is carelessness. So he goes on like that. So many things he is describing there. All these things he says affects the chitta. Chitta vikshepastehe, he says. It affects it blocks obstacles actually. Vikshepastehe is obstacles that causes the chitta. Obstacles that come in the path of the chitta are all this. And then he also goes, dukkha, daurmanasya, angame jayatva, shwasa prashwasa, chitta sahabhuvaha. Vikshepa sahabhuvaha, he says. Other things also he is saying, dukkha, your dukkham, your misery, your suffering, that dukkha, daurmanasya, being down, depressed. Daurmanasya, shwasa prashwasa, your breath, in breathing and exhalation, inhalation, those things also get affected, he says. So these are all the things that are happening to the body when the chitta is not in a good shape. And then following that, he says, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Apunya, Vishyanam, Bhavanataha, Chitta Prasada. If you have moderation in life, then Bhavanataha, Chitta Prasadanam. The chitta feels good. Why are we in this condition? Why the body became like this is because of all the vyadis. And how the vyadi came? Because there is no moderation in life. What is that moderation? Moderation is also equivalent to detachment. We can be moderate only when we have detachment. That's the example I use. If they call me and say, your grandson is sick, you have to come at 7 a.m. Unless I am detached, I cannot say this class is in my schedule and I will be inconveniencing 25 of my students and they are coming here thinking about this class. They have from the previous day, they have been thinking, I have questions to ask. I want to listen to this. They are coming with that kind of energy. I cannot drop everything and run away there. I can only do that when I have detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference. I told you. Last week I was with my grandson, last Friday. They just called me in the afternoon and they said, yes, I went there. I was there for 3-4 hours and I came back. Actually, tonight they have called me because my son and daughter-in-law, they have a Diwali party. They are going. It's a child. It's only for adults. So I'll be going there around 8:30, 9 o'clock and maybe spending the night there, coming tomorrow morning. I can do that because tomorrow early morning I don't have a class. With me, Rajeshri, do you understand? She's gone. All right. So, where did we stop? We stopped in Sukha or Dukkha? Dukkha, I'll
2.7.
finish. So, similar to Sukha, I'll finish with this sutra. Dukkha Anushayi Dvesha. The sense of misery follows from, Anushayi follows from same as last sutra. Dukkha Anushayi means that which follows from misery, that which follows from pain is dvesha. So dvesha, hatred, aversion comes from that sense of misery or pain or suffering. So from that hatred comes, that dvesha comes.
Jealousy also, right? Jealousy also comes with
What is the what comes?
jealousy. People are jealous.
Jealousy, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
So that which follows from sense of misery is dvesha or aversion. So I will stop with this. Actually, I wanted to go right up to Anyway, that's all right. We can always cover next week. Wanted to finish off Abhinivesha, but it's all right. We can do it next week. Any questions? I mean, this is the time to clear out all the doubts on karma, klesha. There are, following this, we are going to have sutras on karma. Very clearly, it is going to spell out all that Lavanya was asking, all that Priya was asking, all that Sureshji was asking, and all that Rajashri has been asking for many, many days, many weeks. All those things are going to be answered. Okay, in the chat box, there are many questions. Let me pull up here. Find the lesson in every situation. There is always a takeaway. Okay. Yeah, this Dhyana Samshaya. Okay, she put all the. Yes. So she says the concept of the concept body has birth, soul has gone through many lives. Yes. Soul just keeps going back and forth, comes into a body, lives for a n number of years, it dies, the physical body dies, the soul goes back. And then because it still has not got rid of the karma, it comes back. All this we will see, as sutras we will see all this. Thank you, Ashwini. Any other questions? I don't know if all the questions were answered. Priya, you had a lot of questions. This is the time we can focus and answer all the questions.
Actually, no, when I replay the video, then I will get lot of, for now, it's not, I'm not that intelligent to ask immediately, oh, you said this, I know. So I'll go back. Some time it will take to understand, and then I will get with lot of questions.
Okay, no problem. Any other
Kumarji,
questions?
yeah,
Mhm.
Kumarji, you told about the incident happened for you in 2019, and you were telling to Priya like few things. I have a question in this. Like you said, like you let go the what happened, and you're now fine with whatever happened, and the other person has not done. Like still the
Not
incident.
happened. It is still happening.
Okay, it's still
Yes,
so
it's still
if you
continuing.
okay, okay, I go. If you let it go and if you find your peace, like, will the thoughts will ever come into your mind? I know whenever you feel that incident, the thoughts will come in your mind. So, should I not allow the thoughts to come in my mind, or should I allow the flow of thoughts in my mind about that incident and let it resolve, or should I stop the thoughts when the thought of the incident is coming into me? Should I stop the thought about that?
See, when I give this example, that thought will come or not. It will come, correct?
Yes.
When I'm giving this example, I am retrieving from memory and giving you this example. But the difference is this whatever I'm retrieving from my memory has no charge.
Okay.
It has lost all its charge.
Okay. Got it.
So that charge is what makes us feel the suffering. The suffering comes from the charge. How how dare that person say this to me? That is the charge in that. That is dead. That is gone. Because I understood the other person has done this because of their karmic script.
Okay. So we don't want any.
Because of their karma, that person spoke this very harsh words, very indecent words, very bad words. The words, those actions which I would not even imagine, which I wouldn't even imagine in my sleep to an enemy. Why would I do that to a loved one whom I have known for decades? So that is my side. But the other person's side is, I have done this, Kumar has done this. Okay.
Okay, okay. So we
But
don't
what
have
I'm
any
saying is,
closure of the event.
if I don't accept this in full as a karma, a karmic script, then the other it is like, I probably brought it up in that in our satsang. It's like some drama script. So the other person with no awareness is reading that script. I understand that. I accept that. I understand that. This is a drama. So I understand that. When I understand that, that all the charge, meaning what is that? Oh, why is it? Why? How dare this person say this? Why would they, insult me like this? And what wonderful character that I have. How can my character be damaged? Those are the charges around that thought. Around the thought, all that is gone. All this drops off.
So will there was a phase that you try to like I'm just telling as you because I don't have any examples in my mind.
Yeah.
But is there a time that you explained yourself to him or her? Like
Mm.
is it even allowed? Like should we explain? Suppose you think they hurt us and we did
I
we
should
should,
get an opportunity to explain, correct?
yes.
The other person is not willing to even give an opportunity to explain.
So without a closure of an incident, how can we even get the like
I am
satisfaction?
saying I have closed it from my side. That's all. I
Oh.
don't have to explain. I only have to accept that it is a karmic script the other person is reading. That's all.
So it was very hard, right? Like we should we go through this process for very long time? Depends. I know it all depends on how we understand the life, but does it take
See,
very long time to accept that?
Gayatri, you are not understanding the principle behind this. There are two people. Okay, in this there are two people, X and Y, myself and X. So X says you have done these things and refuses to even engage with me. Okay, so which means I cannot explain, which means X has made up its mind
Yeah.
that it is not willing to accept any kind of explanation from me.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
That is why X does not want to even talk to me or
Okay.
write to me, or all communication is blocked.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
I'm talking about ourselves. Like if you are the X and other one is Y. For
Mm.
X, like did it take so many time for you to accept this happened? Okay, I have to let it go, and I cannot do anything about it. Was it very easy for you to do that, or was it very hard?
No, because I had no background in Patanjali Yoga Sutras.
Yes, yeah,
But after I started studying, it took me 3 to 4 months before I understood.
yes, yeah.
Once I understood, then it took me another maybe couple of months for me to fully come out of this.
That was my question, sir. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you
So
so much, Kumarji.
once you come out of this, see, coming out of this, we can come out of all these things when we understand that whether the person is talking or not talking, or even if they talk, they can only accept a part of your part of my justification. They may accept only 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% of my justification. The rest they may not accept. And from time to time, those things will come up. And if I have not accepted their behavior in full, as it has come from their, it has come from a karmic script. How did that karmic script come? Because in my purva janma, maybe I did some harm to that person,
Mm.
and that person is taking it on me now to pay back. This is how the karmic script works.
Yeah.
So if I fully accept, forget about all this theory. If I can fully accept it is coming from the karmic script of that person,
Mm.
then all the charge that I have around that incident from my side, it all will be dropped off. It will all go.
Yeah.
The incident, it will still be in memory, but it is so distant. I don't know how to explain. It is like, it happened, 5 births back. It is so far away.
I got it. Yeah. I can understand, Ji. Thank you so much.
That's so good. Nice. We all want to experience that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Not we, I.
I also definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
So this you can do. For this, you're not dependent on the other person.
Mm.
I have to do my work, that's all. How I accept the sutras, how I ponder on the sutras, how I take the truth of the sutras, and then I work on it. Obviously, there was a little, there was guidance from my teacher, Dr. Rajan Narayanan. I have always said this. He spoke to me for 20 minutes. That's it. He did not speak to me for days together, hours together, months together. No, he spoke to me for 20 minutes. Even then, he did not give me too much information. He just said, Kumar, this is coming from karma. The only way you can get out of this is accept whatever the person is inflicting on you. This is just the karmic script. And then as we started, I took that. But did I, on day one itself, did I get freed of that? No, obviously not. And as we started going through the sutras, then I always used to remember what Dr. Raj Narayan said, and I used to map it with the sutra. I worked on myself, and that's how it went away.
Nice to know, Ji. Thank you.
Not only that, every day, morning or evening, sometimes both times, I will bless the other person. The person, the family, the person's children, everybody I will bless. Because I know the person is doing it just because it is coming from the karmic script. The person has no control over it because the person has no vidya in this aspect. When we don't have vidya, this is how we will react. When we have that avidya, this is how we will react. This is how I would have reacted too if I didn't have the vidya.
But same thing happened to you because of your karma too.
Absolutely. I'm saying,
because
why
of
would
your
the other
karma.
person inflict this pain is because I did something terrible to the other person
Yeah, that's
in
what.
one of the earlier births to that person or whatever. It doesn't have to be only to the other person. It is just in my karma. And that karma has come now, and it is for me to undergo that. If I don't undergo that and I complain, Priya, nicely listen to this. And Lavanya, listen. If I don't accept this karma and I complain and I complain and I complain and I complain, feel terrible, then I am only accumulating more karma, which means I'm going to have definitely at least one more rebirth. Because I have not learned. I blame that.
Yeah,
I blame that
that's
person. I will blame people around that person because there are other common relatives. I will blame all others. How come these people
mhm.
are not able to go and convince the other person that I will never do such a thing? All these things are coming, right, into play.
Yeah.
So you have to accept it. You have to accept that other persons, however they are, it is okay. Let them behave in the way they want. And then you also keep from all these people who are not able to understand as karmic pattern, you remain detached. You have to be detached, remain detached with all these people who have avidya. With everybody, not only. So you are detaching from. See, detachment is detaching from that avidya. That's all.
I think two important things in letting go of a situation like this is empathizing with the journey of the other person's life.
Yeah.
And the important thing that you mentioned was blessing them, like, or loving them in spite of all this, like, wishing them good in spite of all this is an important part of this journey of letting go or acceptance. Because if you are not capable of doing it, then you have not completely accepted it. It's like,
Yes, actually, only when you completely accept this karma can you bless the other person. Otherwise, you cannot. As long as you are suffering, you can never bless the other person. How can you bless? And with that suffering, if you are blessing the other person, it is hypocrisy. See, if Yogeshwar has inflicted pain on me, and then um, just to make him feel good, I am blessing him. Of what use is that? It's just hypocrisy from my part. The biggest blessing would be for me to accept fully what Yogeshwar has done. Pardon me, Yogeshwar. I just took your name.
Yeah, I have a question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if so somebody just screams at us or something, say yells something bad at us, is it only for their karma or even our karma has been affected negatively in previous janmas?
See, why is somebody yelling at you? Because they find that something what you do or what you say, or you may not even say anything. Just
Yeah.
looking at you, they
Yeah.
get that feeling of hatred, right?
Or
Or
jealousy. Yeah.
irritation. It is because of some karma that you have done in the past. So accept them. See, as long as you know, as long as it doesn't get physical,
Oh,
as long as it doesn't, if it gets physical, you have to get out of that place, right?
yeah.
And even if it is psychological abuse, you don't have to sit there and take it. You can just leave that place.
Oh.
It is like constant archana. I don't have to take that. You can leave that place. You can leave that place.
And what if like we're eating food and like a mosquito falls on your food? Does that have something to do with the past karmas, or it was just natural here? Some unwanted thing, items like insects or mosquito flies fall on your food that you're
Huh.
eating, and you get irritated by it. Is that irritation caused from previous janmas, or is just natural occurrence here?
See, there are so many things that can happen, and that is why there are many things which say, um, if you look at very highly evolved rishis, they will eat only fruits, and that too, fruits that have fallen from the tree.
Oh. Yeah,
So then they'll pick it from the floor, clean it, and then eat it.
right.
But if they don't, by picking it up from the ground, they are
Yeah.
also preventing some organisms from eating that fruit. That way, they are denying where is the end to this? At some point of time, there is some karma that you will accumulate in terms of eating or whatever, but you keep it to the minimum. These are all not things that hurt others. That's all I'm saying. You have to eat to live. Otherwise, can you live only in? Otherwise, you have to get to that point where you live only on swasa, on air, on
Oh,
breath and water. So let's not get into the extreme parts. So if a fly falls on your foot, take it and put it away. That's all you can do.
so I cannot blame it on my previous janmas or anything
No,
like.
that's what I'm saying. These are all things that are going to happen on a daily basis. For every we will go to karma for bigger things.
Oh.
Yeah. If you start doing this for a fly falling on your food, mosquito, then you cannot. Then you'll say, oh, because I did. So okay, what can you do? You can only. How will you burn off your karma? You have to go into tapas, correct?
Yeah.
That's all you can do. So let go. Let the fly fell. So pardon the fly. Accept it that it fell. Accept it. Accept that it fell. On its own, it fell. Accept
Uh-huh.
it. And then let it go.
Oh. But do I have to be grateful for it, or I don't have to be grateful?
No, I'm saying not being irritated, not
Okay.
not reacting.
Oh.
That is what, when you react is when you get the karma. Whether in a good way
Oh.
or bad way, both ways, you get karma. When you don't react, when you accept, okay, it fell. So take it and put it away.
Oh. Oh. Thank you.
Reaction is what causes karma. Please understand that.
Oh.
Yes. You can abuse me any amount, no problem. As long as I don't react. Priya, map it to your friend. Your friend can say anything about me, no problem. As long as I don't react, no karma.
For her or for you? For you.
For me. Whether she accumulates karma is her thing. I cannot worry about X getting karma, Y getting karma. I cannot worry about it. I can only make sure that I don't accumulate karma. That's all I can do. This is purely an individual selfish journey. Please remember this.
Very difficult.
Yes. Only us. Only me. That itself is so difficult to manage.
Yeah, very difficult.
That itself is difficult. So when we this entire lifetime is for that, to be carefully navigate through life.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, namaste.
Namaste.
What I'm sharing is that about the fly and situations and experiences that happen. And over my time and my personal study, what I've discovered is that sometimes something will happen, and like the fly in the coffee or the tea or soup or whatever. And I sit here and I used to get mad, like, dang it, and then I didn't want to kill it. Just all these things happened. But really, what came through after all these years is I started to realize that sometimes I was having some thoughts, that maybe weren't, the most positive. And that to fly, like, was this distraction that took me off of those thoughts. And I was just like, how brilliant was that? So kind of sometimes things like that, if you really want to explore synchronicity that way, you can see how sometimes it'll bring you to look at a person that you weren't looking at, that really needed you to look at them, or just all kinds of things. Or it'll make you get up to go get a spoon to go take it out of your cup, and then something kind of like a butterfly effect happens. You needed to do something while you were up over there, like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot I was going to do that. So it's kind of a unique uh playground in that. Granted, it's not really karma and all of those things all the time, right? Maybe we just have that higher guidance. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Any further questions? So this is a very big uh, topic. This karma, klesha, and vasana. You can go round and round and round and round in this. And you will go round and round in this until the clarity sets in. You will be going in a merry-go-round. That clarity has to come. And then It will be right in front of you. You know what it is. Until then, it will be a merry-go-round. I call it as merry-go-round. It may not, it may be a misery go-round, depending on how you say it, depending on how you treat it.
But that's how the software is installed on us. For few people, it is easy. For few people, it is difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand.
It is difficult to understand for everyone, Priya.
No. For some people, it is very easy. I can tell here itself an example. I was wondering when Ashwini was replying to that one, what is she talking? See, the knowledge of Ashwini has is how beautifully she explained, right?
No,
She
not at
explains
all.
is different. Understanding, Ashwini, whatever you told me, I was like listening. I went into my mind or not. That is another thing. It was so good. The amount of knowledge that you have is so good.
As
That is your
That's a
karma.
good.
As
That's a good karma
Kumarji
they
is
accumulated.
smirking because he knows how much I bother him day in, day out. Kumarji is
That is all your karma.
Yeah, karma, right? The Suresh, I was just talking about it. So she has some good karma. The kleshas are very less. That's how her software is having, okay. This thing.
no
At least I'm
Priya.
good with that concept, right, Kumarji? Understanding
Honestly
that.
speaking, Kumarji is clarifying on the background so many questions we have pretty much every day, to and fro. And it's not easy for Kumarji. You can ask him, like, but I do bother him a lot, and he's been patient with me, and it's been I should say that it has been a very transformative journey for me from past few weeks, few months, and it has only helped me. And it is not with blind faith that I'm accepting. As we were discussing in the chat also, you have to constantly review what you have learned and be open to receive more always. The state of awareness, I believe, that will help you. And trust me, Priya, you are better than yesterday you were. You are in the growth phase already, and you will see the progress shortly. You're very close, I think.
Thank you, Ashwini. It's not that you bother me at all. No one bothers me. No question bothers me because I have been in that. I have been in that situation myself 4, 5 years back. So I know Tammy and Suresh ji and my sister, they will all remember how many questions I used to ask in the class to Dr. Rajan, and he answered all those questions patiently. Will answer same question I'll ask n number of times because it has not registered fully. So no question is bothersome to me at all. Uh, the important thing is to be able to retain
Mm,
what is being explained,
mm,
and to be able to go back to that in case I have a doubt, to go back to what was explained to me. And that's why I like to put it on in WhatsApp to many of you. I don't just rarely I leave a voice message on WhatsApp. I always write so that you can always go back, or when you get some clarity, you can always take that snapshot and put it as a note somewhere else so that you can always go back to that in case you forget. That's why I write for your benefit. So this is what, Priya, you must do too. I write a lot of things to you, and then you come back with the same question after 2 weeks because you have forgotten. That's normal. but you must know how to go back. And it is not easy. That much I'll tell you. Because today's problem seems to be so different from what happened 3 weeks back. But
Yeah.
to me, I will look at it exactly as the same problem, because that is the clarity I have. Whatever problem Ashwini presents, whatever problem Priya presents, whatever problem Yogeshan presents, whatever problem Gayatri presents, whatever problem Sureshji presents, whatever problem XYZ present, they, they all will be identical to me, most of the things. So it's very easy to give a solution when that clarity comes, and that clarity will come only if you're constantly reading, pondering, reflecting. Only then it will come. It is not one time read, not one time listening. No, it doesn't happen like that. It does not happen like that. Like I wrote to Ashwini yesterday, I think. I said my hobby is to read the sutras. Yes. And then I said, now I picked up another hobby to memorize the sutras. Recently I started. That's how today I was talking, I was able to, say a couple of sutras from memory. I didn't have to look anywhere. So those help. And those help when I'm talking to you, when I'm discussing things with you, even, when I'm interacting with somebody else, those sutras keep on coming around.
Because you are doing Swadhyaya, studying, no?
Swadhyaya, I have been in Swadhyaya for 5 years.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes
And
when you are dedicated, no, because anytime we ask, you answer right away. I mean, you're all the time on the screen. So
I have the time, and I took whatever Patanjali Muni said, tapas, swadhyaya, Ishvara prana. I took it very seriously. I didn't say, oh, one day it will come.
yeah.
When that day comes, then I will be able to do swadhyaya. When that day comes, I will have surrender. I know, but I took it seriously. And I
We are
found
doing
out what are the various ways in which you can have surrender. And recently I was telling, yeah, in our
we are
other,
so
that this,
dedicated. No, we don't have.
this surrender also means surrendering our emotions.
Yes.
All these terrible emotions that we have, right? That is also surrender. When you don't get angry, when you don't feel jealous, when you don't feel uh, uh, like saying hurtful words, those are all surrender to the divine. Those are all surrender.
Good.
Kumarji,
So
you have
that's why
been
the surrender word is so loaded. It is such a loaded word.
All right, Kumarji. I have to
Okay,
leave.
okay, no problem. We also will shortly
Thank
wind up. It's almost time. Any questions? So I'm also giving you a few tips as to how to get that clarity. You have to soak, soak, soak. Even if you think, oh, you have soaked enough, soak more. Yeah, I would have probably read the sutras so many times, but I don't stop because I know, because I've experienced that every time I read, one of the sutras will give me something more, something which I have not thought of, or I have not understood, or I have not absorbed.
Kumarji, I've asked you earlier also, and you have asked me to be patient, but the eight limbs of this yama, niyama,
Yeah.
asana, pranayama, would we touch upon the ways of different asanas, pranayama, what is yama and niyama in this classes, or is it a separate thing that we have to learn on our own?
See, the asana, pranayama, Patanjali Muni does not say what pranayama you should do. Okay.
Okay.
So he only gives a general idea of what pranayama is, etc. So that is why I always recommend go to the Life in yoga class, where it is done in a nice structured way.
The morning and evening sessions?
Yes, at least one if you cannot do both.
I have a medical condition actually, and it aggravated my pain.
So you should not do everything. That's all I'm saying. If something is aggravating, do only things that doesn't not aggravate you. Supposing some asana aggravates, then don't do the asana.
Okay.
If the chakra dhyana is not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
By and large.
Yes.
So there may be some person for whom it may cause some mental agitation. There have been cases like that. So they should take it up with Dr. Rajan and say, hey, this is causing this for me. Then he will say something, but most likely he's monitoring that. While he's conducting the class, he's monitoring that. So he will actually catch that, and he will say, oh, you stop doing this. Or he will say, instead of this, you do this. He will do that. Similarly, in asana, also if you have any difficulties, don't do that. Do only as far as you can do. Never overstretch. See, in asana, in life, you should never compare yourself with anybody. That includes everything. If somebody is able to touch while bending forward, they are able to touch the floor. They are able to touch. That is fine. You are not. You're able to bend only up to your knees. Do that. That's fine. Do how much you can without overstretching. That is very important. Everybody should know how much their body is capable of, and do only that much. But at the same time, I'm not giving a license to just lie on sofa and say I cannot do any asana. No, I'm not saying that either. You put in some effort. That is why it is called hatha yoga. Gentle force. Hatha means gentle. Hatha means force, but in yoga everything is gentle. It's never pushing. But even if you push, it is very, very gently you push yourself. Today, I hold for 5 counts. Tomorrow, I hold for 7 counts. That is how you push yourself. From 5, you don't go to 50 counts. You don't do that.
Can I say something?
Hmm.
In the, thinking of like the sutras and Patanjali, who he was, like he's what, the father of medicine, sort of, right? Or Veda. And
He actually had 3 roles in Vedic times. He was also greatly involved in Ayurveda, and I think he also helped in developing some grammar in Sanskritam, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
So he was a linguist, he was a medicine man, and he was a yoga man, all 3 put together. And
And
excelled in all 3. That is the beauty. He excelled in all 3. He excelled because of that connectivity with the divine.
Yana.
Hmm?
Yana, his knowledge.
What did it say?
His connection, right? His knowledge. And
Yes.
so I guess what I was
Prajna. Yes, Prajna. Yes.
Oh yes, Pragnya. Thank you. But I guess where I was going with that was thinking about, since he wrote the sutras and understanding that, like really understanding what hatha yoga is, what he would have called that asana, what he would have meant asana, and it could have been all those bendy contorty things. But after doing, your teacher of hatha, Kumar, and a lot of times remembering that we have a body, like remembering that our body, like it's like walking a dog, like we're just going to take it for a walk, when we remember before we feed it or after we feed it. A lot of people aren't really present with their body. So part of, I think, in my experience going through what Ashwini was asking about in, the 8 limbs of yoga, he used all of his specialties, like Kumar just mentioned, to really create this formula. And, so sometimes, I don't do hatha all the time. I do Rajan's Tantra Prana Kriya a lot. And I just want to say that there's value. There's value in your connection, in your clearing and seeing your karma, your klesha, and remembering to ask those questions, when you're in that meditative place. And Rajan combines it with asana, light asana, so that we can connect to our body and remember that we have a body and say hello to where it's hurting and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's mainly what I wanted to share is, remember, this isn't just about like fixing fixing stuff we don't even know we need to fix, right? It's about being present in the now, and your body, I believe, helps you do that when you remember that it's not just like a pet that we have. It's on autopilot all the time, and we don't always even pay much attention to that. We worry about the mind and chitta vrittis and all of this, but just remember to share the love with the body. And that's, I think, where you don't give up on hatha yoga. You don't give up on those inner focusing. That I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the body has to be taken care of. The body has to be taken care of, and hatha yoga, pranayama, all that help, dhyana, everything helps in taking care of that, and walking. All these things are necessary for the body. Going to the gym, all that is fine, no problem at all. Do what uh, is helpful to you, but there are certain things that form the basis to evolve, and those things you have to do on a daily basis. Okay, everyone, we had a nice session. Thank you very much. Keep the questions coming, and in the class as well as during the week. You don't have to wait for a week to ask questions. We don't have to ask questions only in the class. You have this WhatsApp. If you cannot write the question, dictate, put a voicemail. Everything will get answered. Okay. Thank you very much. Namaste. See you all next week.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kumarji. Thank you so much, everyone.